Blissful morning to all. Another year of educational tasks was accomplished, but the journey of life continues.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the graduating class of school year 2021-2022 of Pedro Orata National High School.
Together with their parents, PTA officers, barangay officials, faculty, and commencement speaker.
Our commencement speaker, Chodora de Luna Shores.
Fatima Arbuados, CESU 6, Schools Division Superintendent.
Dr. Russell Jean V. Tamayo, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent.
Dr. Edgar F. Olba, Division Chief.
Dr. Mario E. Campilla, Division Chief.
Marisa P. Tababa, PSTS Cluster 9.
Dr. Hilda E. Lumali, School Principal 4.
Mrs. Carmen D. Castisimo, our PTA President.
Sir Danny L. Valentino, Head Teacher.
Karen T. Casa, Administrative Assistant 2.
Josie B. Dagan, Master Teacher 1.
Aldrin C. Bernardino, Master Teacher 1.
Andre V. Batalla, Senior High School Teacher 3.
Ruth L. De Jesus, Senior High School Teacher 3.
Dr. Jonald T. Aloquiao, Senior High School Teacher 3.
Dr. Sharon J. Norberte, Senior High School Teacher 3.
Gloria D. Ramos, Senior High School Teacher 3.
Deborah Jane G. Santiago, Senior High School Teacher 1.
Romeo J. Talmo, Senior High School Teacher 2.
Minerva M. Terceni, Senior High School Teacher 1.
Paul John D. De Guzman, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Jonathan A. Rivera, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Janeline E. Dumanay, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Susana S. Francisco, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Edna R. Lunta, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Zilpa M. Ocreto, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Warley T. Ramos, Junior High School Teacher 1.
Marichu P. Sador, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Christina O. Tablada, Junior High School Teacher 3.
Cheryl A. Calvo, Junior High School Teacher 2.
Melanie V. Galia, Junior High School Teacher 3. Let us welcome the graduates of Grade 12 Pearl.
Now let us have the graduates of Grade 12 Circle.
This year's commencement exercise theme, K-12 graduates pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity, highlights challenges surmounted by our learners and stakeholders. Today, we celebrate together our graduate success.
To start our program, please stand at attention for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem to be conducted by Madam Gloria D. Ramos, to be followed by the prayer to be led by Dr. Jonah Lupiano.
Heavenly Father, our gracious and loving Father, give grace and courage to the ones who have worked hard and now greet this special time of graduation. We thank you for protecting and guiding them to this point. All praise and glory to you. Inspire the graduates to put good use all the knowledge, skills, and life lessons gained to their education. Most importantly, as they face unknown challenges moving, help them to keep dear the greatest wisdom of all, that is, the knowing Jesus and the power of the cross. The chapter has closed and another eagerly awaits. Pave the road and opportunities and inspire them to live with hope in this incredible journey called life. Continue to bless the graduates with love, protection, mercy, and strength and wisdom. May they live passionately to honor and glorify your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And to officially set the mood this morning, let us welcome the ever-dedicated and committed principal of our school, Dr. Hilda E. Lumage, for the welcome address.
Hello, good morning everyone. It is with great pride and honor to celebrate another milestone in the lives of our learners. I warmly extend my heartfelt congratulations to our Pedro Orata National High School family, teaching and non-teaching staff, parents and guardians, stakeholders, and most especially our awardees, completers, and candidates for graduation of school year 2021-2022. This year's theme, K-12 graduates pursuing dream and fostering resilience in the face of adversity, emphasizes the triumphs of our students in overcoming the many challenges and dangers brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. You have conquered this crisis with resilience and strong faith in God. You have withstood adversities and bounced back to become more resilient and triumphant individuals. And now, you will finally receive the fruits of your labor and sacrifice amidst this pandemic. That is your diploma. To our parents, this milestone in the lives of our sons and daughters amidst crisis has been achieved. Continue supporting them towards the realization of their dreams. Hats off to you, my dear parents, for your hard work and support to your children. Of course, to our teachers, my salute, another salute for a job excellently done. Your influence as good teachers will surely last a lifetime to them. You have planted the seeds of knowledge in them, sprinkle them with love, and patiently nurture their growth to achieve their full potentials. Another hats off to you all. So once again, congratulations on your completion, your graduation, and best of luck in your next journey. I can't wait to see where life will take you next. But wherever it is, my prayers go with you. I am so proud of you all. Once again, congratulations and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Hilda, for that very heartfelt welcome address. At this moment, let us all lend our ears to our PTA President, Carmen D. Castissimo, for her encouraging message.
To our workaholic barangay captain, Sir Heldy Ildefonso, to our guest of honor speaker, Pedro T. Orata National High School, teaching force headed by our beloved principal, Madam Hilda E. Lumagi. Parents and visitors, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome students, families, and faculty to Graduation Day at Pedro T. Orata National High School. Every one of you has made an impact on the graduates who sit here today. It's an honor to be here with you today to commemorate such an important milestone in your lives. Today we are celebrating the 57th commencement exercise with the team K-12. Graduates pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Wise choices must made about what a student brings to the lesson. Now it's time to take a step back and let us all shine and let that day be confident. Congratulations, graduate. You've worked hard to achieve your goals and now you're on your way to seek new vistas, dream new dreams, embark on who you are. Embrace life with passion and keep reaching for your star. Always remember, there's no limit to what you can do if you keep on believing in yourself. Congratulations to each of one of you, to the proud parents or guardians of these graduates. Thank you for trusting Pedro T. Orata National High School. You place your children in our school because you believe that they are in a good hands, hoping that you will continue your effort to place your children in a good track. Congratulations, parents, to the class of 2022. Resilience is in your blood. I believe with your passion and purpose, you can reach your dreams and change the world. May you keep in harnessing and imparting wisdom us together. We will build a nation of competent global citizens and future leaders. May the Lord keep you always safe, graduates, as you can go on to the next step of education. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you, Madam Carmen, for the stimulating message especially intended for our graduates. And at this juncture, let us all pay attention to our very supportive and sympathetic barangay captain, Sir Gil D. Alfonso, for his message.
Ang pagbati sa mga opisyalis ng lungsod ng Ordaneta na pinamumunuan ng ating mahal na alkalde, Honorable Julio Rami E. Parino III. Sa mga opisyalis ng DepEd ng lungsod ng Ordaneta, sa ating mahal na punong guro binang Hilda E. Lumagi, doktor ng Filosofia at Principal po, sa mga guro at tagapayo, sa mga tagapangasiwa at sa mga magtatapos, sa mga mapagmahal at lubos na nagagalak ng mga magulang, sa mga magtatapos, mga completers at mga honors, sa taong panunuan 2021 and 2022 na may tema graduate ng K-12, masigasig sa mga pangarap at matatag sa pagsubok. Alam kong maraming pagsubok ang napagdaanan ng ating mag-aaral, pati na rin ang kanilang mga magulang para sa pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. Sa 2 taon na nagkaroon ng pandemya at hindi naging malakit o sagabal sa pagtugon sa edukasyon. Kaya sa mga guro na nagbigay ng dedikasyon sa pagtuturo, paggawa ng mga
Thank you, Barangay Captain Gil Ildefonso, for the unwavering and untiring sustenance to Pedro T. Orata National High School. And now we will be hearing a message from our Public Schools District Supervisor, Madam Marisa P. Tababa. It is with great pleasure to greet and congratulate your distinguished guest of honor and speaker, our Motherly Schools Division Superintendent, Madam Fatima Arbuado, our Benevolent Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Russell Jim V. Tamayo, our CID Chief, Sir Edgar F. Owa, our SGOD Chief, Sir Mario E. Campilla, dear school heads, brilliant teachers, supportive school governing council, Parents Teachers Association, local government unit, alumni, and other stakeholders for another season to reap the fruits of your labor, support, cooperation, and partnership in the provision of our learners' needs. To all of you, thank you very much. My dear graduates, you have finished another ladder of education. Your vital learning from a happy elementary education or experiential secondary and senior high school level will serve as a strong foundation in your lives to pursue higher education. Continue your good steps in realizing your dreams to come true. All you have to do is to plan for your lives well, focus on the right pathway. Invest much effort, labor, dedication, and commitment to reach your ambitions in life. There are still struggles in your next level of education, but I challenge you to do your best. Raise and sway the flag of your alma mater. Whatever good things, accomplishments, and blessings you will achieve in your lives, your teachers, parents, relatives, friends, and especially your families will be very happy and proud of you. Don't stop in fulfilling your dreams. If you stumbled, force yourselves to rise up, do something good to cover up your failures, but remember to learn from mistakes. Convince your families to continue giving support and pray to our Lord God Almighty to bless and guide you always.
Thank you, Madam Marisa, for that very earnest message. And now we will be hearing a message from the Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Edgar F. Ulu. My heartfelt congratulations to our graduates and completers for the school year 2021 to 2022. This year's theme, K-12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity, is very timely for we are still at the verge of COVID-19. Graduating even in the midst of this global crisis manifests your resilience. The hardship that you have faced and triumphantly conquered only proved that you are determined to pursue your dreams. May the resilience you have practiced in this chapter of your school life be carried out as you start another journey. There will always be obstacles even beyond the pandemic. but with the good character you have established, I am certain that you will be able to overcome whatever hindrances that may come along your way. As Woodrow Wilson once said, the difference between a strong man and a weak one is the former does not give up after a defeat. You have been founded with the needed flexibility by the universal predicament we are currently facing. Continue to arm yourselves with such elasticity. You are all strong and resilient. I do believe that all of you, in due time, will be able to fulfill your dreams. Again, congratulations and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Ulwa, for that very inspiring message. At this moment, we will now be listening to a message to be delivered by Dr. Mario E. Campilla, the School Governance and Operations Division Chief.
It is with profound joy that I congratulate all of our graduates and completers in this momentous occasion. Likewise, my praises go to all the parents, as well as the teachers and school officials who unceasingly gave their unconditional love and support to our learners, for without their earnest efforts, this graduation won't have been possible. This year's theme, K-12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity, manifests that the grit of the students in the pursuit of their education have shown notwithstanding the various predicaments that they have faced in these past few years. Despite the perils brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic and the difficulties caused by the remote learning setup, the students have remained steadfast in their studies and stayed true to their goals. As a result of their resilience, this milestone has been achieved. Now, here stands before them the fruit of their endeavors. Our dear graduates and completers, be ambitious. Dream big and make your dreams come true. You are still young and still have a long journey ahead. Before you is a road diverging in different directions. It is up to you what path to take. Know your strengths and acknowledge your weaknesses, and from that point, build on them to realize your dreams. You are one among thousands, wandering, struggling, trying to find your place under the sun. During this journey, you will find life in its different colors, rosy and bright or dark and gloomy, depending on how you choose it. I am very much confident that with the education that you have received, you are more than prepared to venture forward in the frontiers of your chosen career. Again, congratulations and God bless all of you. Thank you, Dr. Campilla, for that message. And now let us lend our ears to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Russell Jim Vitamayo, for a motivational message.
To the school administration, faculty and staff, our school stakeholders and partners, proud parents and guardians of the graduating class, and most especially our dear candidates for graduation, naimbag, maaldaw, kadatayuani. Once upon a time, there was a teacher of archery. Of course, with his bow and arrow. He was teaching the principles of archery to his students. And one day, he called out his first student to arm the bow with an arrow. The objective of the activity was to hit the eye of a wooden eagle from a distance. But before every student released the arrow, the teacher had a simple question. And the question was, what do you see? Every student had this answer like, I see you, sir. I see the mountains, the skies, the trees, the flowers, etc., etc. but only Arsalan, the student who later became a famous and expert in archery, answered and said, "Sir, I see only the eye of the eagle." My dear graduates, this is the importance of focus. You have to see only the eye of the eagle, the eye of your target, and have the same intensity as that of Arsalan, the expert archer. When you are distracted by other things, you will surely miss the target. Always remember this, my dear graduates. Successful people know how to defocus from the distractions and concentrate on the main goal. If such focus is achieved, I tell you, you can surely reach greater heights. I remember when I was in grade 6, during our science class, one day I called my classmate, Joey Respicio, my best friend, and told him that I'm going to show him the magical power of a magnifying glass. Standing under the sun with him, I took a magnifying glass and focused it on the backside of his palm. The more pointed the focus became, my classmate Joey yelled because it almost burned his hand. Why? Because when the scattered rays of the sun are focused through a magnifying glass, they have the potential to burn your hand. It can even burn a piece of paper. When the same scattered rays of the sun are focused to a solar panel, they can heat water. They can even cook our foods. Just like the magnifying glass, my dear graduates, you have to bring that one-pointed focus to be able to achieve success. The knowledge and the skills that you have acquired in your school will only bring you success when you start to maximize your focus and minimize distractions. I challenge you, therefore, that as graduates, you have to diminish the distractions and maximize your focus on the goals that you have in life. In that way, you are actually showing the relevance of this year's graduation theme, K-12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Timang nakabalin na Diyos, timang bayabay, katatayo amin, congratulations and mabuhay kayong lahat.
Thank you, Dr. Russell, for that very engaging message. And now let us attend to the message to be delivered by our dearest school's division superintendent, Madam Fatima Arbuan, Sesa 6.
Congratulations to all the graduates of school year 2021-2022. This year's theme, K-12 graduates, pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity, speaks your hopes and courageous heart in overcoming all the trials and challenges you have faced and perhaps may yet run into your life. This momentous occasion embodies your resilience as you struggle to accomplish all the tasks demanded of you from your schooling. This resilience has been achieved through the support of your alma mater, your loved ones, and the whole community who have assisted you through the events of teaching learning years. Celebrate this graduation ceremony with profound joy and deep pride in what you have achieved. Think of those who have assisted you to reach this far. Offer your achievements as proofs of your resilience. May you continue to persevere amidst challenges as you pursue what is truly worthy and meaningful in life. May you continue to be steadfast and focused in pursuing your dreams no matter what the odds are or will be. Why? Remember that no one can absolutely claim that life is just a simple, peaceful journey. However, life is good and beautiful with all the ups and downs, successes and failures, smiles and tears, and what matters most is when you could rebound and recover from those adversities. May you continue to be the light for everyone. Again, congratulations and God bless.
Thank you, Madam Fatima, for that very stimulating message to our dearest graduates. At this moment, let us listen to the very endearing message coming from the Department of Education Secretary, Madam Leonor Magdonis Briones.
My warmest greetings to the school officials, administrators, faculty members and advisors, teachers, parents, and guardians of the graduates of school year 2021-2022. On behalf of the Department of Education, I am proud to celebrate the successes, milestones, and achievements of this batch graduates in this year's end of the school year rides with the theme K-12 graduates pursuing dreams and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. In the past 6 years, we committed to our mandate to enhance the quality of education, broaden its access, and ensure its relevance in the rapidly changing world. DepEd endeavored to address each challenge by instituting programs and reforms in the department. We have fully implemented the K-12 curriculum and the aggressive reforms of Sulong Edukalidad to produce globally competitive learners and teachers. We also expanded our mission for accessible education by strengthening the alternative learning system and the last mile schools programs to reach more Filipinos. Likewise, we also established the National Academy of Sports, an education futures unit to create more opportunities for our learners and anticipate the future of the education system in the country. Committed to sustaining this momentum, the department developed and implemented the Basic Education Learning Continuity Program, where we offered various learning modalities and produced award-winning initiatives such as the DepEd TV and DepEd Commons at the height of the pandemic. Eventually, the department held its ground against an unprecedented challenge in basic education as we progressively expand the reintroduction of face-to-face classes in the country. Indeed, education is truly a shared responsibility. That is why we express our utmost appreciation to our dear parents and teachers for being our partners in nurturing the youth throughout the years. To the class of 2022, resilience is in your blood. You have survived one of the toughest times in human history, yet still embraced education as your primary tool to success. I believe that with your passion and purpose, you can reach your dreams and change the world. May you keep on harnessing and imparting wisdom as together we will build a nation of competent global citizens and future leaders.
Thank you, Secretary Briones, for that motivating message. At this juncture, senior high school graduating class of 2021-2022 will be presented and attested by our principal, Dr. Hilda E. Lumage.
Madam Fatima R. Boado, CESU 6, Schools Division Superintendent, represented by Ma'am Marisa P. Tababa, our Public Schools District Supervisor in charge of Cluster 9. Ma'am, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation of Pedro T. Orata National High School for school year 2021-2022, composed of 36 boys and 32 girls with a total of 68 graduating students. I hereby certify that they have satisfactorily completed all the requirements of the revised basic education curriculum prescribed by the Bureau of Secondary Education, Department of Education. May I therefore request you to confirm their graduation. Ma'am?
Confirmation of the graduation and distribution of diplomas will be done by the Public Schools Division Supervisor. Let us welcome Madam Marisa P. Tabata.
By virtue of the authority delegated upon me by our Schools Division Superintendent, Madam Fatima Reyes Buado, CESO 6, with the strong recommendation of your principal, Dr. Hilda Ilumage, I do hereby accept, confirm, and proclaim you as graduates of Pedro Orata National High School this school year 2021-2022, with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Thank you.
And now, let us all be inspired as we will be hearing the words of gratitude coming from our grade 12 with honors. Christine May Q. Abando.
Learn from every mistake because every experience, encounter, and particularly your mistakes are there to teach you and force you into being more who you are. Mistakes and failing does not mean that you have to stop schooling in order to succeed. We have our reasons for our decisions. We all have different ways in building ourselves in accordance with our perception of our own success. Our journey in this school, Pedro T. Orata National High School, mostly in our senior high school life, was like a roller coaster ride. Not because we had our fair share of ups and downs, but because of the plot twists we experienced all throughout these years. Who among you here have tried having failing marks in exams? Who have had days of community service due to extensive number of tardiness? Who has gone crying due to research? Who has thought of giving up? Who wanted to succeed? I know all of us have experienced it. You see, we have faced innumerable challenges and surpassed all of them because of our will to succeed. We may have thought of giving up at the middle of the stormy days, but all of our dreams are bigger than our problems. We say ayoko na, but our action does laban pa. You see, what's good with us Filipinos is our resiliency. We stand up through challenges stronger than before. Why is that so? Because we see failures as our building blocks towards forming a better version of ourselves. For one, I've also had my fair share of hardships and struggles. If your opinions about me are based on my rank now, thinking that life for me must have been easy, that I do not cram when there is a surprise quiz, that I do not problematize research, entrepreneurship, and creating business proposal, then you are all wrong. I remember in high school, I almost got 0 in a test because I failed to read the instructions which said, answer in all capital letters. Good thing our teacher gave consideration to all those students who answered in lower cases that time. You know guys, pressure from everything is really hard to face. Yes, pressure that is my greatest enemy, but it also played an important role in building myself. Some of my teachers expect too much from me. My classmates look up to me. You may think that the feeling must be so great, but for me, well, it is not. My mistakes are easily noticed, and they easily judge me based on those mistakes. I get low scores too, and even sometimes spend the night crying because I do not know how to balance my responsibilities anymore, then end up failing the people who believe in me. As we have come to end of our senior high school journey, let us not forget to acknowledge the values of gratitude we have inculcated and humility coupled with our faith in our Almighty Creator. This paves the way for us to reach this point in our life and achieve the fruits of our labor. So many people have a hand in our success. Let us all thank them and give them a round of applause. To our classmates for giving us treasure-worthy experiences, for all the uphill battles we've overcome together, for the efforts each has exerted for the betterment of the class, and for all the merriment, indulgence, and trips that make us take a break from the stressful process of education. To our friends, for flashing a genuine smile on our faces, and for not letting us do or face situations alone, for backing us up every time. To our parents, for selflessly giving us the support we need, financially and emotionally. To our teachers and advisors who inspire us a lot as they themselves continue to demonstrate integrity in what they do, and for being so extra in making this graduation ceremony as perfect as it can be, for extending beyond their working hours just to prepare everything. And personally, I would like to thank them all for bestowing upon me their trust and confidence, for believing in my capabilities even when I doubt myself. And most especially to our Creator, regardless of our religions, for His guidance, understanding, and love. Without Him, we would have not been able to reach this point of our lives. More importantly, I would like to express my deepest and sincerest gratitude to my family for not pushing me too hard, for their encouragement, and for being sensitive with and understanding of what I feel. To my two mother, Mama Joy, for always supporting me financially and giving moral support and advice even though she's far because of working abroad. Mama Carmen, who takes care of me, for standing by my side, defending me in times of need, and for always supporting me financially and emotionally. And to my father Benjamin, who reminds me to rest whenever I am bombarded with tasks, and for patiently listening to my whines, especially when are in Baguio General Hospital for my operation. Thank you for taking care of me, Mama Carmen and Papa Ben. To my family, especially Ate Keisha, for giving your full support, and my friends, thank you so much for the laughter, tears, comfort, patience, care, and love. I cannot express any further how thankful I am to have you as my example in everything. Above all, I would like to thank God for guiding me throughout everything, for hearing and answering my prayers, and most especially for blessing me with super people who continue to provide me with the guidance to do what is just and right. Despite all the challenges, there is a lot to thank for. Personally and sincerely, thank you all for being part of this wonderful and meaningful journey. Everyone fails, but not all who fail are failures. For failures are only for those who did not dare to stand up after they fall. We will fail, but we will never give up. Let this be our mantra for the rest of our challenging lives. Do not be afraid of failing. As long as you keep learning, you keep winning. Thank you and congratulations to all of us Oratanians.
To inspire more our graduates, we will now be hearing important messages coming from our commencement speaker, who will be introduced to us by our senior high school coordinator, Dr. Sharon J. Norbete.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, in all the young minds in attendance. If you ask anyone to mention someone who is successful, one might go on a list and you will hear different justifications. Money, health, relationship, position, and the list goes on. But given the opportunity to mention one, I am more than honored and elated to introduce her to all of you. Sudarshan Bukel, 2018, in his book, Great Success Formula, identified two types of person. Successful person and a great successful person. According to him, a successful person is an achiever, while a great successful person is an achiever and a selfless giver. Our commencement speaker is truly an embodiment of an achiever and a selfless giver, a leader, an entertainer, and a consistent academic awardee. That's how people describe her as a student. As a matter of fact, she graduated with honors in her primary grades and as salutatorian in secondary grades. She is a proud alumni of Bactad Elementary School, batch 1976, and Pedro T. Orata National High School, batch 1980. Bound with the pioneering spirit, dreams, and passion, she pursued Bachelor of Science in Commerce in University of Pangasinan and graduated in 1984. The succeeding year, 1986, she worked as an OFW in Singapore. And on 1997, she migrated in US and worked as sales associate in a department store at JCPenney, Maui, Hawaii, and promoted as department supervisor after a year. But in 2002, JCPenney closed all stores in Hawaii. That's why she decided to pursue her computer schooling in order to upgrade her knowledge and able to work in the bank, namely Hawaiian Bank and American Savings Bank, respectively. In 2007, she moved to California and worked at one of the U.S. biggest home improvement retailer, Home Depot, as sales associate, then became inventory manager for 8 years. In 2016, she pursued to become a healthcare worker, worked as certified nursing assistant, and went for further training to become a certified home health aide. In her 36 years of service, she had proven that only age, youthfulness, and beauty fades, but not her perseverance, willingness, and hard work. She is one among the many great successful people who tirelessly dedicate oneself to light the way of others. Their viewers, our commencement speaker of today's affair is a great example of a woman of virtue, simplicity, and versatility. As of this day, She's working with Hospice and Palliative Care Agency, a loving wife to her spouse, and a superman to her children. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to present to you Madame Teodora de Luna Shores.
Distinguished guests, Madam Fatima Buado, School Division Superintendent, Dr. Russell Jim Tamayo, Assistant School Division Superintendent, Dr. Edgar Olua, Chief Division Supervisor on Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Mario Campila, Chief Education Supervisor on School Governance and Operation Division, Madam Marisa Tababa, Cluster Public School District Supervisor, Barangay Captain Hel Eldefonso, PTE President Mrs. Carmen Castisimo, Dr. Helda Lumage, School Principal, teachers, faculty members, parents, graduates of Pedro de Orata 2022, good morning. I am honored that you asked me here to speak at your commencement. Thank you so much for letting me share this amazing day with you. I can think of any more great and courageous graduates that despite of the difficulties during pandemic, here you are, your big day. You are somewhat called the greatest generations. I would like to start by introducing myself. I am the eldest daughter of Kagawad P. De Luna and the late Romana Mama Ming, if you remember her. The sister of Engineer Marilyn Frias and Flor de Lisa de Luna. I am married with my elementary classmate Camilo Sierras and have two beautiful daughters named Camille and Sophia. I started to work as OFW year 1987 and at the age of 23. So maybe most of you doesn't know me anymore. Siguro pamangkin or apo na kayo ng mga dating classmates ko. Ang high school life namin noon, we always walked with friends to go to school. Going to house to house on the weekend. Mayroon dyan exciting na junior, senior prom. Magbuo na mga best friends at kung ano-ano pa. Kung minsan, pa-picnic-picnic. And kung may time naman, maglalakwatsa. Napakasaya talaga ng high school. I want to share with you noong panahon namin, in order for us to have allowance, magtitinda kami ng kapatid ko ng ice candy, halo-halo, at libak-libong. If we need to have a new outfit, we have to work hard for it. Like going to the farm para agapas or makiburas ti balatong. It was tough, but it's a very enjoyable and exciting experience. During my time, in order for us to do homework, we had to go to the library and search. We used to have the volumes of encyclopedia as a reference sa library. I wonder kung hanggang ngayon ay existing pa yung mga yun. I always focus during class. Nakikinig talaga ako. And always have to take note. Ang dami kayang notebooks noon at pagandahan pa ng mga covers. Doing homeworks at home naman, I have to read pages of textbooks and we need to do it as fast as we can. Otherwise, mag-bram out. Then we have to use the lamparaan. I have to wake up early in the morning also para makapaglinis pa ng konti sa bahay before heading to school. As I have said, we walk to school. Graduates of 2022, you are most privileged. I believe some of you struggled and stressed out during pandemic. Nandyan yung mga, na-miss you yung mga, ang social life. Na-miss you yung mga friends niyo, teachers, at saka going to school. But still, you're able to pursue your studies to virtual learnings, modules, and other ways in order for you to cope up. Tapos, natatawagan niyo pa yung mga friends niyo through your cell phone. We will give thanks to the hard-working teachers and faculty members for their efforts, patience, and dedication during this time of difficulties. Paano kaya kung yung pandemic na yan ay noong kapanahonan namin? We didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have cell phone. We did not have the technology that you have now. Nakatapos kaya kami? Nakapag-aral kaya kami ng mabuti? Kaya sinasabi ko sa inyo, you're most privileged. You have all the means para makapagpatuloy ng pag-aaral kahit may pandemic. You don't need to go to the library and search through volumes of encyclopedia. You don't need to bring tons of books to read. Thankful to the technology and with the help of our best friend, Mr. Google, we able to search everything we need to know. What is your plan after high school? Siguro some wants to go to prestigious universities. Some wanted to stay closer to family at sa bayad na magka-college. Some just wanted to find a job after high school. Maybe some gusto ng vocational para makatapos ka agad. When I graduated high school, I didn't want to go too far. Kaya sa Dagupan ako nag-aral at nakatapos ng commerce. Sa hirap na maghanap ng trabaho noon, naisipan kong kumuha ng unit sa Ordanita Community College. I think it's Ordanita City University na ngayon. Para kumuha ng units for teaching. I remember giving my applications and requirements sa mga in-applyan ko, but did not receive any answers. So, decided to apply abroad instead. During my time kasi, going abroad as OFW, ang uso. Nakiuso na lang ako. No, seriously, goal ko talaga ang pag-abroad. Especially when I have hard time looking for jobs sa Pilipinas, I told to myself, I need to do something better. The difficulties in life that I experienced made me strong and brave to travel and dream for a greener pasture. In our life, there's a lot of struggles, but don't be disappointed. Try every opportunities to reach your goal and ambition. Kung marunong kang dumiskarte sa buhay, magakamit mo rin. Sasabihin ko sa inyo, follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path. Unless nasagubat ka at nawawala at nakakita ka ng daan, then by all means, sundan mo na lang yung daan na yan. At sa dulo niyan, sigurado may maghihintay na magandang kapalaran para sa iyo. Hindi hadlang ang mga kahirapan at mga problema at pagsubok na dumarating sa buhay para makamit ang mga pangarap. Laging matatag at may determination. Sabi nga nila, if there's a will, there's a way. Graduates, sasabihin ko sa inyo, success is not only you're a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. Cannot be measured how much money you make or how popular you are. Success is also what you have done good to your life and to others, and what your abilities as an individual that makes you stand out. My life in America is very challenging. Kahit nakatapos ako ng college sa Pilipinas, they will not accept as a credit here. But guess what? It helped me to be confident to apply and choose for a job, and also able to grab all the opportunities on my way. In almost 18 years, I worked in different companies I really enjoyed. Currently, I am working in a hospice care agency. It's a very difficult and challenging job, but at the end of the day, it feels good to be able to help people, young and old, physically, emotionally, and mentally. I will say it's a very rewarding to have this kind of task, and I'm telling you, I'm enjoying it. My husband and I worked hard together to put our two daughters through college. My oldest one graduated from University of California, Santa Cruz, and now working in Sacramento County, and at the same time, taking her masteral in accounting. My second daughter is finishing her Bachelor in Health Science this fall and will be pursuing her nursing. Graduates, I want you to know, I may not be successful as a college graduate sa Pilipinas. I may not have the title before and after my name. But because I followed my passion, I have a goal in my life, and I had perseverance, I will say I am successful because I reached my goal to go to abroad. I have my two daughters and their achievements, and I have a supportive and loving husband who is always with us. Graduates of Pedro T. Orata National High School 2022, I wish you all the best. Follow your passion with determination. Have a goal. Fulfill your dreams and be successful in life. It's time to say goodbye, but goodbyes are sad, and I'd rather much say hello to a new adventure. Congratulations and mabuhay sa inyong lahat.
Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Chudora de Luna Shores in grateful acknowledgement for her distinguished and invaluable time rendered as commencement speaker during the 57th commencement exercises with the theme K-12 Graduates, Pursuing Dreams and Fostering Resilience in the Face of Adversity, held on July 1, 2022 at Pedro T. Orata National High School. Given this first day of July 2022 at Pedro T. Orata National High School, Barangay Pedro T. Orata, Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Signed, Dr. Hilda E. Lumage, School Principal 4.
And now we will proceed to the most important part of this event,
the awarding of certificates to the Academic Excellence Awardees and awarding of diplomas to the graduates.
starting off with Abando Christine Mayhew with honors. Parents, Mr. Benjamin O. Abando.
Also, Agbandog Kevin L. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Agbandog.
We also have Bugayong Maribel D. with honors. Parents, Miss Arnie P. Bugayong.
Kahas Cindy Lyrica E. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ismael Kahas Jr.
Cariaga Diana Elizabeth F. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alfredo Cariaga.
De Leon Jeneline P. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joaquin R. De Leon.
Deniega Dian L. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Anacletos Deniega.
Eduardo Ronald L. With honors, parent Ms. Noveline L. Eduardo.
We also have Estuesta Maritoni D. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Antonio D. Estuesta.
Also, Ferreras Nico B. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nestor Ferreras.
We also have Hines Maureen Kate S. with honors. Parent, Miss Annalyn R. Santos.
Iglesias Chatlin R. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rema Iglesias.
Olarte MJT with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Conrado L. Olarte.
Perez John Paul D. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Melchor D. Perez.
Cebido Jester M. with honors. Mr. and Mrs. Antonio L. Cebido.
Congratulations to all our Academic Excellence awardees.
Let us all welcome the graduates of Grade 12 Pearl together with their proud parents and advisor. The advisor of the graduates of Grade 12 Pearl is Madam Deborah Jane G. Santiago. We have Abainza John Martin. Graduate, parent, Miss Marifel P. Abainza. We also have Ambrosio Gibbard P. Graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Chris E. Ambrosio. Bolinas J. Ferds Jr. M. Graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ferdy P. Bolinas Sr. Kadimas Honeyboy S. Graduate, parents, Mr. Crispin Kadimas Jr. Eduarte Ronald L. Graduate with honors. Parents, Miss Noveline L. Eduarte. Flores Carl Louis B. Graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Julius N. Flores. Leproso Marty Jr. L. Graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Marty T. Leproso Sr. Mansat Roberto Jr. O. Graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roberto D. Mansat Sr. Miano Christian E., graduate. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ricardo R. Miano. Obilio Mark John P., graduate. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Baltazar Obilio. Ortiz Javid Kyle T., graduate. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Davy E. Ortiz. Perez John Paul D., graduate with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Melchor D. Perez. Rombawa Charles Vincent D., graduate, with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Francisco C. Rombawa. Sagabaan Raven J.R., graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jason T. Sagabaan. Sasota J. Mark M., graduate, with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jessie G. Sasota. Tabang Roniel S., graduate, with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arniel A. Tabang. Palvo Major S., graduate, with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Victoriano D. Talvo. We also have Telesforo Daniel A., graduate, with his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Cleto D. Telesforo. Tira Gerald D., graduate, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Richard O. Tira. We also have Abando Christine May Q., graduate with honors, with parent, Mr. Benjamin O. Abando. Baktong Angelica, graduate, with parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alex V. Pamarang. Baybayan Leia Ann C., graduate, with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Leandro S. Baybayan. De Leon Jeneline P., graduate with honors, together with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joaquin R. De Leon. Deniega Dian L., graduate with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Anacleto C. Deniega. Dolor Jelly A., graduate. Parent, Mrs. Marites C. Ambrosio. Estuesta Marithoni D., graduate with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Antonio T. Estuesta. Hines Maureen Kate S., graduate with honors. Parent, Miss Annalyn R. Santos. Goroza Fe Bernadette, graduate, with parents Mr. and Mrs. Bernardo V. Laberinto. Lauron Ashley Gwyneth P., graduate, with parents Mr. and Mrs. Armelo V. Loron. Marcos Sheila May T., graduate, with parents Mr. and Mrs. Rodolfo S. Marcos Jr. Olarte MJT, graduate with honors, together with parents Mr. and Mrs. Conrado L. Olarte. Ordinario Eloisa Marie O., graduate, with parent Miss Rosaline A. Ordinario. Perez Laika May D., graduate, with parents Mr. and Mrs. Sonny E. Perez. Rodriguez Marisa T., graduate, with parents Mr. and Mrs. Mario M. Rodriguez Sr. Valentin Mariela, graduate, with parents Mr. and Mrs. Marcelino E. Valentin Jr.
Now let us have the graduates of Grade 12 Zircon together with their proud parents and their advisor. Advisor, Minerva and Tersenio. Adviento Jerome R. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. J. R. Adviento. Agbanlog Kevin L., graduate with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan I. Agbanlog. Baybayan Jerome L., graduate. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Tito F. Baybayan. Kahas Angelo Justin E., graduate. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fidel P. Kahas. Diduyo Emmanuel D. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson F. Diduyo. Ferreras Nico B., graduate with honors, with his proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nestor M. Ferreras. Fuerte John Angelo L. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Virgilio L. Fuerte Jr. Diego Reynaldo III F. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Reynaldo O. Diego Jr. Opiaza Mike Angelo V. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Romeo F. Opiaza. Oribado Michael John P. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Almario C. Pataksi. Pataksil Ian G. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Almario Pataksi. Cortez Ronaldo Jr. U. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ronaldo O. Cortez Sr. Carol Arnel L. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arnold P. Carol. Rolyoda Kurt Russell. Parents, Miss Cheryl Rolyoda. Sibido Jester M. Graduate with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Antonio L. Sibido. Taban Joshua R. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Danilo Taban. Villanueva Joselito. Parents, Miss Flor de Liza Villanueva. Abuan Princess Durst A. Parents, Ispiotu and Miss Seldwin June Abuan. Bugayong Maribel D. Graduate with honors. Parent, Miss Arnie D. Bugayong. Kaha Cindy Lurica E. Graduate with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ismael Kahas Jr. Calderon Danica T. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jupiter P. Calderon. Cariaga Diana Elizabeth F. Graduate with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alfredo Cariaga. Iglesias Chatlin R. Graduate with honors. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rema Iglesias. Iglesias Nicole P. Parents, Mrs. Amelita P. Iglesias. Lianyo Kimberly J. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Romeo Lianyo. Ocreto Kathy C. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Vic V. Ocreto. Olarte Gian M. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry L. Olarte. Pataksil Cherry Ann M. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nick Pataksil. Danica M. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dominador C. Pataksil, Jr. Carol Mary Ann M. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arnold P. Carol. Taban Mary Ann R. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Francisco Taban Jr. Tikman Angel J. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jessie S. Tikman. Vertudes Marichu M. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Marcelino Vertudes Jr. Congratulations, class of 2021-2022.
And now, for the Pledge of Loyalty, let us hear from Jeneline D. De Leon, grade 12 with honors.
Pledge of Loyalty. We, the graduates of 2021-2022, do solemnly pledge to live up to the service for which our school stands and to uphold the best tradition for our people and country, and to discharge fully and willingly our solemn duties and responsibilities as citizens of the Republic of the Philippines, to the end that we shall bring honor and happiness to our school, parents, country, and God.
And to officially close today's momentous event, may we request Sir Danny L. Valentino, Head Teacher 3, for the closing remarks.
The task that I am assigned with is the most boring part of the program, but it is the most awaited part to end. Before I close this ceremony, I would like to take this last opportunity to say, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and school administration of Pedro T. Orata National High School, we congratulate all our graduates and completers and their ever-loving and supportive parents. To our graduates and completers, you have made it. The journey towards the success wasn't easy, as the COVID-19 pandemic brought us new and unexpected challenges. But with your perseverance, dedication, and efforts, you succeeded. You may not be able to walk up in the stage to receive your awards, medals, and certificates, and gather together and celebrate because of the coronavirus. But always remember that this do not diminish the value of your success. On the contrary, succeeding amidst the pandemic, the volume of modules that you had to finish, all the nights and days to study, and the predicament of getting a good internet connection may succeed sweeter. Our dear graduates and completers, for every end, there's a new beginning. We hope that you continue to shine for the next journey of your life. There will be obstacles and adversaries, but don't let this constrain in achieving your goals. You showed extraordinary and unprecedented resiliency in the face of this coronavirus pandemic. You have made us and your parents truly proud. And with that, there is no doubt you will do well in the next adventure of your life. congratulations once again.
In behalf of the school's administrative staff and faculty, we joyfully congratulate all the graduates, their parents, and advisors. We sincerely thank all the donors of the medals and awards, those who helped and supported us, and all our guests who attended this momentous event.
Friends, the recessional will be led by our guests, division officials, school principal, school administrators, advisors, teachers, and senior high school graduates of Pedro Orata National High School.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning.
Share a glance and greet and know each other. And now our time is up. Each one is packing up. We find another chance to meet again together and feel each other's call. I feel like breaking up. It's this time that almost always makes me cry. Before we say goodbye, I wanna let you know I love you. Thank you for playing my music. Thank you for singing my song. Thank you for sparing a moment. 'Cause with you I feel I really belong. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being my friend. And if our paths should cross somewhere, I'd like to sing this song again. Lord our God, richly bless and keep you. Together let us call and thank Him most of all. Somehow I'm feeling sad. I know I'm gonna miss you. I'm sure I will recall our friendship most of all. There's one thing before the day is done, before the night is gone, before the curtain closes. Let me thank you for playing my music. Thank you for singing my song. Thank you for sparing a moment. 'Cause with you I feel I really belong. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being my friend. And if our paths should cross somewhere, I'd like to sing this song again. Thank you for playing my music. Thank you for singing my song. Thank you for sparing a moment. 'Cause with you I feel I really belong. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being my friend. And if our paths should cross somewhere, I'd like to sing this song again. And if our paths should cross somewhere, then I'd really be glad, yes I'd really